Hi and welcome to my video for the task 6.2, I think, for the distinction part, which is about to doing some actions in the demo goals and making video for that. So I'm gonna demonstrate some actions which is and which is available right now. As you see at the first one, we're gonna go for the how to prevent anyone from pinging my machine, and the second one would be how to can make access to the SSH. But also on the other hand, we're gonna block other accesses, which is for the IMCP, which is for the pinging, and also for the third one, which would be for the how we can prevent others from sending connection invitation packets, or basically we're gonna stop the TCP connection or SSH communication. So for the first one, we're gonna start by one machine which is Ubuntu and one machine which is Kali. So with the Ubuntu, I'm gonna start applying the rules, and the with the Kali, I'm gonna test that how the applied gonna rule. I'm gonna how the rules gonna apply on that for testing it. So um, so we have the commands here, but I have a document for myself for make my video better and like not wasting the time. So for the first task, we will start for the sudo iptables -l. With this command, we're gonna watch our table and see the rules. So let me run my command. I'm sorry. So based on the command sudo iptables -l, we're gonna see the rules that apply on that, and it's basically, so there is nothing now applied on it, and it targets to everything, and like it has access to everything. So by now we're gonna start to how to prevent pinging from your other devices. So as we have the command here, we're gonna run this command. uh, So I will demonstrate it right now. So it says sudo iptable input IMCP, which is about pinging, and here it says drop. So drop, it's gonna make it invisible for the person who is pinging it. So if I apply that and then sudo iptable -l, we're gonna see here it says drop IMCP echo request. For testing that, I'm gonna go for the Kali Linux, and I'm gonna ping it, ping 172.20.10.12. So here we see that after this it's gonna stop and it prevents pinging. So for the confirming the rule that applied on it, we're gonna stop the pinging here, and we will come back to the Ubuntu, and by the applying the rule of sudo iptables -p, I'm sorry, -f. So we will restart any rules that applied on the tables, and we're gonna again sudo iptables -l, so we will see it got restarted. And for the confirming the ping got prevented before, we're gonna ping again, and we see that yes, it's gonna ping again, it will come back. So we're going for the second task now. So we're gonna go for the second task, which is for how to making allow to making access to the SSH, but on the other hand, we're gonna block any other accesses which is for the IMCP. So here we have the commands. First, I wanna explain that how the commands gonna work, and then we will run them to see how it is. Okay. So the second one, which is would be sudo iptables input TCP destination port. So here it says that uh, any like pinging or stuff, or any getting access or communications to the port 22, and for the TCP, which is for the SSH, actually will be accepted and they can come inside. So as it said in the task. So this command, if I run this one in the Ubuntu, so here we go, we're gonna run this command. So I will come back to the I'm sorry, just I made a mistake. Okay, so here we go for the sudo iptables -l. Okay, sudo iptables -l. So here we see that it gets any exception. It gets exception to any So any entries for the SSH or making SSH communication. And for the testing that, we will come to the Kali Linux, and here we go. So for the SSH VBox user, so we will test this command, and my password is change. Okay, so here we say that, so we will see that I get access to the Ubuntu. So I will close the terminal again, I will come back. So now we see that a rule is already applied. So by now we're gonna do the second step, which is rejecting the other accessing points, which is for the IMCP. So now I will come back to the Ubuntu. I will run this command, ICP sudo iptables dash input dash reject. Okay, now sudo iptables dash l. Here we see that reject all anywhere, reject with IMCP. So we see that here our rule got applied. So now here we go for the Kali Linux, ping 172 2010 12 unreachable. So point unreachable, as we know, so it means that it got rejected. So it doesn't let us to ping anymore. So we will Control C now, and for the confirmation of that, we will go for the sudo iptables dash f. We will restart everything, and here we go. We're gonna test again. Ping works. Alright, so we're gonna start for the third point, which is about how to prevent others from sending connection invitation packets to our machine. Okay, so by this part, which is gonna be a little bit different, so we have our comments here, which is here. I'm gonna first explain them. So here the table is gonna be different, and it will be about manga, but this part is really different to the others, which is so important. So here dash p means about tables of mangles, which is different to the other ones that we did before. So here by now, if I run this command sudo iptables dash t mangle.l, we're gonna run our tables here. Okay, here we see that there is no rules now applied on this. So by now our our project is to now stopping the TCP connection, SSH communication. So by now we're gonna run the command. We will back to this and we run this command. Okay, and then it says sudo iptables mangle TCP drop scene none, which is so important. So by now we're gonna drop or make it invisible for the person who is getting access to the SSH. Okay, we run the command and then we come back to the sudo iptables dash t mangle l. We see here that it got a drop. We got a drop rule here. I'm sorry, let me open it. And then we're gonna start to testing it, see how it works. So by now, let me come back to my, and then testing this command. We're gonna come back to the Kali, and then we're testing this command for making access. So now here we see that again it's not showing everything because it got dropped already. And for confirming that, which is for confirming that it actually works, we will come back to the Ubuntu, and then we applying the sudo iptables mangle-f. It got restarted now, and then we will come back to L. We see that the rule got again removed, and then we will come back to the SSH VBox user, which is my IP, by that's my password, and then I got connected again to my Ubuntu. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to enjoy it and have a good getting a good feedback.